Oh, yeah. Randall's here to pay off his bet. Here we go, baby. That's how we're starting out. Yes. It's good, though. Missouri. Mike, nice. Nice hoodie there. I like it. Very good. Can I wear it?
I am a Missouri fan, but again, I bet against them too. I didn't want to bet with my heart, and part of it, man.
Okay.
You win some, you lose some.
I only bet with my heart, right? There was no logic behind it at all, right? Okay. That's how we're going to play this game. Hey, we're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company in the world, in the universe. And by the way, those positive EV college basketball player props are going nuts. They keep winning over and over and over. I've hit 7 so far, and only one of them is lost to this point.
Wow.
So I think Alex was 100% right when he said the books are not as sharp on these things because they haven't been having them all year long, and I think we're taking advantage of it. Tony's here. What's up with you, Tony? Okay. The only thing I could say is, and I pointed this out, Randall, in a text to you, and I shared an article with you, and that psychology guy, coach, or whatever he is, that is assisting the University of Missouri team. The one thing I want to give you trouble about is you told me how terrible of a coach Gates is. Well, you know what? He's got to be pretty damn smart to pick up a guy that took not just one, but 2 different teams, went to the Final Four and won. And he had an impact on those teams. And I gotta tell you, Dennis Gates is a better coach than what people are giving him credit for. And plus, he got a contract extension too. So he must be pretty good. And just because he doesn't run up and down the floor yelling doesn't mean that he strategizes with his team. And I think personally, from what I heard, his practices are pretty intense, and he expects his players to take what they got out of practice and implement it in games. And that's all I got to say. Missouri won. I love it. You want me to bring that hat over now or later?
Nah, you can save it for later.
Okay. How's that? That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, smart because he doesn't have to do anything. I mean, he doesn't do anything. Hire that guy to do all of his work. I've never seen a coach not say anything during the game on the sidelines, not once.
That's not true because he actually is saying things on the sidelines. He's just not yelling at the top of his lungs. So when he gets older like me, he's got a gravelly voice and he can't talk anymore. Some of the antics on the sidelines, but Krzyzewski, I thought he was an ass. There was no reason for him to be yelling and screaming. Half of them coaches don't need to yell and scream all the time, okay? This guy has a calm demeanor. His players like him. They play for him. And you know what? They're playing for each other. And we've heard it time and time again in sports. When a team plays for each other, that's when they succeed. And you know what? You're going to cut him down, but let's face it. He won. Utah State lost, and the Mountain West sucks. There you go.
Yeah, Mountain West is not any good.
No,
Ironically, though, real quick, Bob, it's funny because I feel like San Diego State maybe sneaky here. Who knows? I mean, they got their scare out of the way and they got survived. So maybe that's the team out of the Mountain West that goes on a run here, huh?
I mean, that very well could be. Tim McIntyre's here. The AM massacres at the Texas A&M massacre. Thanks for all you guys do, and we appreciate it. And thanks for everything that everybody does at OddsJam. We do our best to help you people out and make you better sports bettors. And here we go, Daniel. Good afternoon, Sports Nuts. Not nuts about sports, except maybe the Saints and Pelicans. I do like making money. And Tim is on UCLA. I don't see that happening. And Randall, with the injury that they got, I just don't see UCLA going very far. Do you?
No, I mean, it's going to catch up to them at some point. I think Northwestern, though, I mean, Collins is a great coach. I mean, they're catching 7.5 tomorrow. I don't know if that's too much or not, but I think they lose to Gonzaga in that Sweet 16 round.
Right. Do you think my Missouri team's got a chance against Princeton?
Oh, yeah, they should beat Princeton.
Okay.
Who will they play in that next one? Will it be Creighton? No. Oh, yeah, it will be. It'll be the winner of Creighton Baylor.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure who I'd want to play.
It'd be great to see Missouri go down to the Creighton team that you've trashed all year. I'd love that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What, you're really going to fire salvos? I mean, I'm being nice to you, okay?
I'm not being mean.
I'm being nice. You're coming back. I mean, you started the clown crap on Twitter with me, so
I'm garbage. I'm garbage right now. I'm 1-5, Bob. I'm just telling you. I mean, take it for what it's worth. I mean, I don't know how much we're going to go into these games. To be honest, there's not a lot. Before I left Iowa, I had some money left in Superbook where they had a promo. I took Bama and Houston minus 120. So I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. And then I do think Penn State against Texas. I watched both those teams play last night. I mean, Penn State, the only thing I don't like about Penn State, they shot 66% from three, although Texas shot close to 60 as well. So interesting game there, but I could see Penn State. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this Penn State makes a run to the elite. They're going to play here in Pitt to go to the Elite Eight to play Houston. I mean, this could be setting up for Houston to be just an absolute cakewalk to the Final Four.
I sure hope so, because I have them in my bracket as winning it all.
We know one of these one seeds going to benefit tremendously for all this chaos that has happened. That it was just unforeseen, and it's gonna balance out a little bit at some point. But I do think there is a team that's going to make a little run. It looks like we just who's it going to be? Penn State, is that a team that makes a deep run? I think there is a potential for that to happen this year, the way things are looking. But I'll
tell you, I think my favorite play for the weekend is, and only because I said it before any of these games were played, is Michigan State plus 3.5 over Marquette. I think Michigan State wins that game.
Yeah,
and that could happen. The only thing is I forgot, and you probably don't like him either, but I forgot Shaka Smart was the coach. And
I like Shaka. Shaka's a good coach.
And he hadn't won a tournament game in a while. So
I like Shaka. It looks like the Baylor Creighton game just popped up on the board. Baylor minus 1.5. I like Creighton there.
Okay.
Yeah. Baylor definitely, they ended up pulling out of that, but they didn't look too hot. Looks like UConn's pulling out of their little fun. They were shooting terrible. You had to figure they were going to pull out of that a little bit. They started that game just shooting garbage. I mean, they couldn't hit nothing, but looks like UConn's built themselves up a 9-point lead. So
there you go. See, now it ain't over yet.
No, it's far from over. I mean,
no, it's not over, but I needed to avoid a 1-6 start. So
you're going to. Here's what's gonna happen.
I mean, if I get UConn, if I get Miami, and
you're 3 and 5.
Would actually. What was the other one? Well, who else did I have that tonight?
I'm just looking in your bet tracker. You had 4 bets today, and I bet them all. And that was Michigan State, Connecticut, Miami, and the one that lost. Which one was that?
So Michigan State, VCU 1-1, and then Miami and Party, and then I also had in that same tweet I took Gonzaga minus 15.5. So actually, if we could get these, what would that be? Last 3 could actually be a 4 and 5 start. I could live with that.
Yeah, 100%.
The only thing is you didn't put it in your bet tracker.
No, because it wasn't a consensus play.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to look at the bet tracker only. I'm looking at the bet tracker, and you'll be 3 and 5.
Well, you don't have to worry about it after today. So,
sure I can. Starting off 3 and 5. Let's go. Let's
you
make
can
some
look,
money.
but there ain't gonna be anything in it moving forward the rest of the tournament. Too many ungrateful clowns out there. Don't have time for
it. Drew is in the house. Good evening, Drew. Oh, yeah, Baylor minus 1.5. I'm tailing. And by the way, Tristan.
No, not Baylor.
Pittsburgh.
We didn't. Go ahead.
Tristan hit Pittsburgh money line plus 180.
Yeah, Iowa State was bad. I mean, Randall, you were on that about Iowa State being a team to fade, and
yep, didn't fade them. So
what am I, Chop?
We had. I mean, there was. No, I'm just saying that was something that was discussed. Iowa State. I mean, there was a lot of plays that we talked about that we just weren't made official that came through too. So it's not as if it's like, we're out here giving out the worst of all time picks. I mean, been some ones that have won that were leans, but hey. Looking like
I'm with you, man.
Looking
I'm
good
with
for
you
UConn.
100%. Good. All right, let's go through some games. Furman, which by the way, Tony had that game, is going to be playing San Diego State. I like San Diego State in that game for sure. I did not see a line on this game yet. Is there one, Randall?
Yeah, they're all out. 5.5, same as the
last one.
Yep.
Yeah, I
5.5.
I like San Diego State. I set up pretty good for them, I think, to win this one. That'll put them in the Sweet 16. So I do like San Diego State.
Duke and Tennessee. You know where I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean Tennessee. I don't really have a feel for this Duke team. I don't know enough about them. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I like Tennessee too, but this line just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Duke was 6.5 to who was it they played? Oral Roberts, which never had a chance, but they were 6.5 to them, and now they're they're 3 to Tennessee.
Yep.
Like, I mean,
3.5.
I mean, this line should be a pick 'em, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I like to look at this game. I mean, this is either a sharp trap on. I mean, actually, I could see. I mean, you can make a case for either side being a sharp play. I could see this being a sharp play or a sharp trap though on Tennessee. But I don't know. Maybe it's a sharp play or a sharp trap on Duke because of the fact that it really should be a pick 'em, and it's not. So I'm going to stay away from that game. I actually did bet it to Tennessee, but I'm not going back for more. I just called it a day.
Okay. Arkansas and Kansas, or Arkansas and Kansas.
Yeah, I mean, I saw. I mean, it doesn't sound like Self's coming back for this tournament. I actually saw him we stayed at the Kansas hotel. We were actually in the team hotel. He looks rough. So they're going to be without him. I mean, eventually that's going to catch up. They definitely need him. This is actually the lowest line a 1 seed has had in the second round I saw since Georgia. I don't remember who they played several years back. I mean, I would lean Arkansas here, but I don't like this Arkansas team really. I don't think they're all that good. But Kansas is, I'm telling you, I mean, it's setting up, I mean, this bracket, which, I mean, I hope. I mean, I think UConn, if they can hold on here, I think they smash St. Mary's on Sunday.
Yeah.
And, you know, UConn could potentially be playing Arkansas in the Elite Eight, you know, or I'm sorry, in the Sweet 16 to get to the Elite Eight. I mean, that could be setting up well for UConn here.
Yeah, I think
Tony
so.
Tony likes Kent State tonight. Well, Princeton, Missouri, you know where I'm going, Missouri, all the way. And by the way, I do want to point out something that Mike pointed out, and you know, we didn't talk about this very much, but Mike hit the nail on the head. Missouri's number 5 overall turnover defense, number 5 in the nation. That was the difference in the game. You know, they turned over the ball within the first 10 minutes. Utah State had 7 turnovers in the first 10 minutes of the game. You know, and
their ball pressure. Their ball pressure is tremendous, no doubt about it. And in all honesty, I thought at one time Missouri had their opportunity to really put Utah State away. I mean, I know it's hard to say put a team away early, but I felt like Missouri needed to build a bigger lead than what they had. And they didn't, unfortunately, and that turned into a decent game. But, yeah, I mean, Missouri, they turn people over like crazy. They're scrappy as can be in their ball pressure, but I wasn't on it either, man. I couldn't pull the trigger on Missouri. I've watched them all year, and I've seen too much inconsistency out of them. They're not good at rebounding either. I know they make up for it in certain cases. They're gonna they get killed on the boards a lot, man, and it's not good. I mean, Princeton was hanging. You know, Arizona's got a pretty good amount of size. And people thought Arizona's bigs would maybe present some trouble for teams. And Princeton just held them off. And now you got Missouri who doesn't rebound well. I don't know, man. Be scary. Could be scary, Bob. Tigers against Tigers.
I know. This line's 6.5. But it's the only line that you can bet because, you know, Missouri's minus 275 on the money line. So you're not going to bet that unless you want to buy some points. I'm not sure that they cover. I don't know if I want to bet this one.
Yeah, I'm staying away. I'm not touching Missouri. Probably ever because.
Okay. Well, I will. I'll touch them.
It'll bite me now. And now if I jump on them, they're gonna screw. I mean, if I was gonna bet them, I should have bet them first game. Didn't. I'm out. I'm good.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, man. It's the way it goes. You know what? I was going to tell you guys here a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, a week and a half ago, our morning coffee picks dipped under 40 units, and we were getting close to, I think, 57.3 units was the most we were at. So we went down below 40. Guys, we're up 56.2 units now. It can turn around in a heartbeat.
Don't ask me for plays, Bob.
What?
No, hey, how about that? Quit giving plays on there and turn it around.
That's not going to happen. Come on.
I did bet. I did the carryover on the Battlehawks tomorrow, though.
Okay.
I can't believe that line hasn't moved. It's still holding 2. The books don't understand the home court. We're not playing basketball. They don't understand the home field that the Battlehawks have, I don't think, because +2, I mean, it really, I think, should be a pick. And Seattle, we saw they went down last night. or Houston went down last night. So
Houston went down. Hey, by the way, Greg Voice came on the show, or he didn't come on the show, but he was in the chat last night, and he had Seattle +4. He is now 5-0 in XFL picks. So, and Tony Feuds is going nuts over baseball. He's hitting stuff left and right. He may be the guy that I'm going to start tailing because he's been hitting stuff left and right, guys. I mean, it's ridiculous. Auburn and Houston. Auburn doesn't have a chance.
I mean, Houston's going to have to take care of the ball. I mean, they can't turn it over like they did last night. But
yeah, I agree with you.
I would lean to Houston. I mean, I said I bet that. I mean, money line parlays are the worst thing to do in the tournament, and I mean, I did it last night just again because I had money in the books. But I mean, Bama Houston money line parlay. I mean, I absolutely love that. I think both of them win. So,
well, this number is 5.5, and I think Houston will cover that. Mike, any thoughts?
I mean, I would have to go with that. Yeah. I mean, Houston definitely didn't look too great but that's the thing, you know, they've got that out of the way and they survived and advanced. And usually when that happens, you know, team like that will come out pretty dominant their next. I think Houston plays well here.
And then, you know, we're sitting here with Penn State, and that number is 5.5. You can get a 5 on Bet Rivers. Yeah, I don't know enough about this Texas team to really have any kind of formulated opinion.
They looked pretty good last night when I watched them in person. I'll say that.
Yeah,
but
what did you like best about them?
No, I mean they do a lot of things well. I mean, defensively, I mean, they took Colgate out. I mean, if they play like they did against Colgate, just take them away from the three. I mean, they would not allow them to shoot threes. I mean, Colgate's the best 3-point shooting team in the nation. I mean, that's what Penn State wants to do. So, I mean, if they're able to do that, you know, like what I mean, there's not much you can do. So,
hey, who's the kid for Penn State that hit the threes? He had 8 of them.
Funk.
Do you know what his number? This is what I got to tell you. This is what his number was in the books. It was 2.5.
I don't think he missed last night.
I know, but his number's 2.5.
Yeah, that was a bad line.
You know, it's a terrible line, but a great line for me.
Yeah.
You know, because I hit it in the book and then I put it in a Prize Picks. So I hit it twice.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling you, man, you got to get into the Positive EV page and go find some player props. I'm pushing my underdog limit for the day, but give me FAU tonight as well. Tony likes Kent State and FAU. What do you guys think about that?
Well, here's my worry. You know, you see this every year, you know, that first night, you know, you see some big upsets like that. And it kind of gives the you know, teams that are playing the next day tonight, kind of puts them on alert. So you saw it with a team like UCLA last night. You know, there was people that were thinking, maybe UCLA is going to be on upset alert. And, UCLA mopped them, you know. I think those earlier games, they noticed what happened with Princeton and Arizona, and they're like, no, not going to be us. No. It kind of, you know, it puts them on alert. So I don't know how heavy I would jump. I did my one underdog play. I'm not going to jump on just throwing darts at underdogs right now unless I had a real good feel. Tony, if you got that FAU Memphis one, I mean, yeah, that'll be an intriguing game. I can't hate that. Kent State and Indiana, I'm staying away just because, like I said, I think some of these teams are kind of alerted now that, hey, we've got to come to play, and you're not going to just see every underdog win. You know, it's just not going to happen. Eventually, the good teams are going to start playing better, you know. And so I'm staying away from a lot of underdogs tonight.
Okay, 2 more games tomorrow evening. Northwestern, UCLA. I like UCLA in this one. Didn't look at the line yet. Let me get to it.
7.5.
But I do like UCLA. What is it?
7.5.
Okay. Ooh. Boy, that's a tough one. You know what? I probably would stay away from that game too. Maryland and Alabama. I mean, you know, let's face it. Alabama's going to the Final Four, boys.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a pretty easy route. I mean, they're going to play, I mean, realistically, I mean, who are they going to play? Maryland, San Diego State, Furman, Creighton, Baylor, Missouri, or Princeton? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah. You're absolutely right there. Just real quick to tell you guys, so you know, so you can give me crap. I have Alabama, Purdue, Houston, and Gonzaga in my Final Four. Alabama and Houston in the championship game, with Houston winning it all. And I'm the only one in my bracket that has Houston as a winner, so that's good.
There you go.
You know, yeah, there you go. Sneak peek leaks. Yeah, I'm nervous too. Bet those. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I saw a lot of people were jumping on USC. Like, I mean, I saw that was a underdog time, and I saw a lot of people betting on USC heavily. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, you know, I don't think this stuff's going to happen again today as often. I think some of these teams are alert that, you know, these underdogs are winning and here to play, and they want to prove that, hey, there's a reason we're favored to win these games, is because we're better and we're going to show it. And right. Michigan State just took advantage that second half against USC and was good to go. Xavier had a scare, but what happened? They won the game. Yeah, they didn't cover, but they survived. Baylor, they were in a little bit of a battle there, pulled away. We're good to go. So yeah, I'm not on a bunch of underdogs right now, man.
67-55 with 8:24 to go in the Iona and UConn game. So UConn has made it 12. So that's a good thing. Purdue and FDU, that's a no-brainer. We know who's winning that game. This Providence Kentucky matchup is very, very intriguing to me. I just can't help it. It's intriguing. Kentucky, I think, has been a very inconsistent team this year, but they could come out. You know, it is Calipari, and who knows what kind of magic he can pull out. But I just don't think they're a very consistent team.
Well, and it sounds like Cooley's on his way out potentially. He's talking to some other schools. So again, just another distraction with Providence. Same with Iona. I mean, I don't know if it plays a factor, but I mean, when a coach is looking to, you know, jump schools, you can't be putting your all into prepping for a tournament game. I mean, I have firsthand experience there when I left teaching. I mean, I came to OddsJam. I was not putting my whole effort into my last 2 weeks of teaching. I do know that. So,
right. We know we're on Miami tonight. Grand Canyon and Gonzaga. I know we're on Gonzaga. I like Tony's pick in this FAU Memphis game because, I mean, I don't really think is Memphis that good of a team. I know I guess they're pretty good, but
they're hot right now.
Yeah, but you know, Houston was without one of their better players in the championship of the tournament. I'm not sure that has.
They played them at Memphis, a week prior, and the The issue with Memphis is everybody has them penciled into the Sweet 16, and that's a recipe to lose tonight. So,
right. Yeah, I do like that. And then I got to be honest with you, dude. This Arizona State, which I know they beat Nevada, and you were on Nevada, but they might be a little bit better than what I thought. Do they have any chance against TCU tonight, guys?
No, I mean, if they shoot like that, absolutely. That's the issue with these teams. I mean, it's all about the three now. If the three's falling, anybody can play with anybody.
Yeah, that's a 5.5 game there. It looks also, I got to tell you this, it looks like the under is really covering today. I had 2 bets, positive EV this morning, that were overs on the coffee show, and neither one of them hit, and one of them was 121.5. So that's how low some of these scores are going. I'm kind of surprised at that. It's either defense. There's some of these teams that are just shooting like crazy and not hitting nothing. I mean, I'm seeing games where they're taking 5, 6, 7 minute stretches where they can't even hit a friggin' shot. And I know that happens.
Yep.
In college basketball, but man, there's some bricks going up. There's guys shooting like I do. Okay.
Yeah,
that's bad.
It's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy, man.
All right. Well, look, we need to get on some prize picks because we got to pull a prize picks play out because we lost.
All right, I gotta go grocery shopping.
Okay. All right, Randall. Thanks for coming on, and I'll be on tomorrow morning if you want to join me.
I'll let you know. I got to go Battlehawks. I have field passes tomorrow, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think I'm going. I'm going to the sport. I'm going to go to the sports book and donate some more money to the tournament. So.
I thought you were done doing that.
I'm going to keep betting them, but I won't. I won't bury everybody else.
Oh my gosh, really? Come on, man. The only thing I can say is this before you leave, okay? Just remember this, because you're going to the state tomorrow. Missouri!
Jeez.
Get out of here.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, I know. That was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, I'm doing that right now, Bob. Your mouth is just going a million miles an hour. You're interrupting like crazy. Holy cow.
No, we just got
to jump. See, look at you. Look at you. Look at you go. It's my turn. We're going Sabres, Flyers, taking Sabres money line tonight. They are struggling right now. They've lost 6 out of their last 8 games overall, but hey, lucky for them. It is St. Patrick's Day, right? They're playing the Flyers, who have lost 13 out of their last 16 games overall. Buffalo is good on the road. This is where they do their damage. I know they lost the other night. I know they do lose on the road, but I like them to win tonight on the road and be more consistent. Next game, I took Anaheim on the money line. The 2 bad teams tonight, but Anaheim has shown me a lot more fight than what Columbus has. Columbus has only won 8 games on the road this season. It's in Anaheim, so Columbus is awful. Lost 3 out of their last 4 on the road. So again, just not a good road team at all. Terrible offensive team, 2.6 goals per game. I think the Ducks will limit them enough and will win this game tonight. So that's what I got there, Bob.
Okay, I like that parlay. I really do. I was going to pick Anaheim, but I went with the over in that game. But I like it, and I'm on the Sabres too. So there you go.
Yeah, no, it should be good to go. So let's jump into a prize picks. Zach Collins under 14.5 player points looks good. getting minus 119, average odds minus 132 on that play.
Zach Collins. Hang on a second. Sorry. I got to get to NBA.
Tyus Jones over 1.5 player made threes looks good.
Okay. Collins was over on points.
Under on points.
Under. I'm
Tyus
sorry.
Jones over.
Okay.
Over 1.5 player made threes.
Okay. Hang on. Okay.
So there's 2 right there. That one's probably going to be good too. Not too bad. Trey Jones under 12.5 player points is good to go.
Okay. Got it.
Kayvon Looney over 10.5 player rebounds looks good to go. Getting average odds minus 136 on that. Minus 119 is what we're getting with the 5 pick flex. We're doing 5. We're doing a 5 picker here. Nurkic. Yeah, the Nurkic play. Let's look at this. Yeah, let's go. We'll take Nurkic over 8.5 player rebounds as well.
Okay.
That looks good. Yeah, we'll do
Let
that.
me make sure. Let me make sure I got all these. Collins less, Tyus Jones over, Trey Jones under, Looney over, and your Nurkic over. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
And then let's do one more entry.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. You're wanting another entry. Okay.
Yeah, let's see if we can slap one together here if you want to.
Sure. Absolutely.
Are you up for it?
I'm up for it. Whatever you say.
All right, we're gonna do one here. Maybe. Nothing, is there? Gotta be freaking kidding me. No, that's why.
That's why.
Wow. I don't know what happened there. Somehow my player prop was turned off. All right, let's see what we got going on here. How about Kelly Oubre under 2.5 player made threes?
Okay. Got it.
Like that one. Let's see what we got popping off in this. Holy cow, it's a college basketball one. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine how to say this name. Tshiebwe.
Yes.
Over 17.5 points for him looks good. Getting minus 119.
I like it, Mike. Can I tell you something here real quick? His PRA is 31.5. So yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Minus 130's average odds. We'll take that minus 119 for the 5-6 pick flex option. How about Monty Morris over 12.5 player points and assists? Average odds minus 129 on that. So definitely killing it.
What was that again?
Monty Morris over 12.5 player points and assists.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. John Collins over 11.5 points. Average odds minus 132 on that. Looking across the board here, you can see it's heavily juiced on every book. Pinnacle's got it at minus 139. So that looks tremendous. Man, we are getting some bangers off the low holds page for price picks. One more, right?
Yep.
We'll take Sadiq Bey over 12.5 points, or under 12.5. I'm sorry, under 12.5 points. Minus 129 average odds on that. So looks fantastic. Every book having this heavily juiced. Pinnacles at minus 135 on that. So that will be. How about we make it a 6 picker, huh?
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's get somebody we ain't got in here. Let's look at Keldon Johnson. So take him under 28.5 player points and rebounds.
Okay.
Hold on, maybe. Yeah, let's roll with that. We'll go with that one. There's another one I like too, though. But it's okay. So a 6 picker and a 5 picker. There you go.
And a 5 picker. There we go.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to share my screen and go through the entries here. Good deal. And then we're going to go get back to watching college basketball because I love it. With the 5 pick, we got Zach Collins under 14.5 points. Tyus Jones over 1.5 player made threes. Trey Jones under 12.5 points. Kevin Looney over 10.5 rebounds. And Yusuf Nurkic over 8.5 rebounds. And then in the 6 picker, we've got Kelly Oubre under 2.5 player made threes. Oscar Tshiebwe more than 17.5 points. Monty Morris over 12.5 points and assists. John Collins over 11.5 points. Sadiq Bey under 12.5 points. And Keldon Johnson under 20.5 points and rebounds. Wow, Mike.
20
is awesome.
and a half. I thought it was 28.5.
28.5.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I say 20? I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
All right, let's
20.
go home. What do you say?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Thank you all for showing up. Let's go back to watching basketball. Let's win some money. See ya.